The term Metaverse is the latest buzzword to attract the attention of the tech industry. So much so that one of the most well-known online platforms is rebranding to reflect its adoption of the future concept. Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook, renamed his company Meta Platforms Inc., or Meta for short. This is really a significant event. Neil Stephenson's dystopian cyberpunk novel Snow Crash is credited with coining the phrase Metaverse. The novel was published in 1992 and is considered a canon of the genre, along with William Gibson's Neuromancer, which describes the Matrix, a virtual reality data space. In Snow Crash, the Metaverse is a 3D virtual reality realm accessed by personal terminals and virtual reality goggles similar to the Oculus Quest and other VR headsets. This 3D area appears to users as an urban setting built along a single 100-meter wide street. The street, like every other area in reality, is vulnerable to development, according to Stephenson. Developers can create their own small roadways that connect to the main one. They can construct buildings, parks, and signs, as well as things that don't exist in reality, such as massive hovering overhead light shows, unique neighborhoods where the three-dimensional space-time restrictions are ignored, and free combat zones where people can go to kill each other. If Stephenson's vision of the metaverse appears familiar, it's because many of its qualities are shared by massively multiplayer online games, or MMOGs, or more colloquially, MMOs. Users in Second Life, launched in 2003, can, for example, build realistic avatars, interact with other players, construct virtual products, possess virtual property, and exchange goods and services. The metaverse is a massively scaled and interoperable network of real-time rendered 3D virtual worlds that can be experienced synchronously and persistently by an effectively infinite number of users with an individual sense of presence, as well as data continuity such as identity, history, entitlements, objects, communications, and payments. The metaverse was always meant to be more than a virtual reality software. In the midst of all the ambiguity surrounding virtual reality, one thing is certain: the metaverse is here to stay, and it has consequences for the future of work and the world of labor in general. Can we work in the metaverse? Is it true that people wish to work in the metaverse? The worldwide pandemic, which is now in its third year, has caused most of us to reconsider how we think about connectivity, experience, and collaboration, or at the very least, how we do these things. This has been challenging in several ways. We've missed celebrating with our families, spending time with friends, working out with fitness mates, and brainstorming face-to-face with coworkers. In other ways, the pandemic has provided an opportunity for us to find new, and in some cases, better ways to go about our lives. While FaceTime happy hours may not be able to replace the real thing, many have discovered that working from home rather than gathering in a physical office with team members has allowed for better work-life balance, rapid improvement of digital skills, and no cost to job performance. However, as the end of the pandemic approaches, we must decide how much of the old ways we want to return to and how much of the new methods we now value too much to lose. We're open to new ways of thinking about communicating with one another, whether socially, professionally, in groups as audience members, or as opponents in a game. In an almost 2-hour presentation video, Zuckerberg says that the feeling of presence is the defining property of the metaverse. It is a place where we, as 3D avatars, can walk freely, engage with others, and experience real-life scenarios in a virtual environment that can be quite comparable to our own actual world, thanks to the powers of augmented reality or AR and virtual reality or VR. We shall not interact with this metaverse in a basic 2D capacity, but rather in a way that provides the impression that we're actually there. While apps like Facebook, WhatsApp, Microsoft Teams, and Zoom allow us to socialize with others, the metaverse will take this a step further by improving the sensation of feeling as if you're truly among people in a shared virtual area. You'll feel they're in real time together rather than just seeing each other on screen as with existing apps. COVID-19 lockdowns and travel restrictions have undoubtedly had an impact on how we're used to being entertained. Live music, sporting events, gallery openings, and other forms of entertainment and culture are all available. More than just live streaming, the metaverse seeks to provide users with a more realistic experience by allowing them to attend events and interact with others, even purchasing fan stuff during metaverse concerts. When it comes to imagining what the metaverse experience could be, gaming is likely the most immediately comparable. In Zuckerberg's vision from his presentation video, he's riding a surfboard with pro surfer Kyle Lenny. Games like Fortnite have already gone beyond simple gameplay to build virtual worlds where players can hang out and, in the case of Fortnite, attend big-name concerts such as Ariana Grande and Travis Scott events. Tim Sweeney, CEO of Epic Games, the creators of Fortnite, is so excited about the metaverse that this firm has been renamed Meta Platforms Inc. Fitness was another aspect of our lives that was hampered by the pandemic. Whether you're a regular at your local gym, a dedicated member of your badminton club, or someone who enjoys adventurous cliff climbs in your spare time to stay mentally and physically healthy, the pandemic meant finding new methods to stay fit. The metaverse is also available for this purpose. While nothing can replace competitive outdoor sports, the metaverse will extend the options for virtual training experiences ranging from individual personal trainers to group fitness classes. The sphere of employment may be where the metaverse has the largest impact on all of us. Building on the pandemic's remote work tendencies, providing in-person interaction, and the spontaneity it allows with the option to work from wherever, whenever it might be generally revolutionary for businesses and people. Bill Gates forecasts that change will come faster than you expect. Within the next 2 or 3 years, Gates predicts on his blog that most virtual meetings will transition from 2D camera image grids to the metaverse, a 3D realm with digital avatars. This will necessitate the use of VR goggles and motion capture gloves, both of which we can anticipate corporations like Microsoft to provide and for us to purchase in the future. Another key aspect of our life that will be impacted by the metaverse, hopefully in a positive way, is education. Physical schools were forced to close in many parts of the world due to the epidemic, but unlike the office, pupils are not expected to adopt full-time virtual school in the future. According to Gates, the pandemic has accelerated the development of online curricula for many learning institutions, and because virtual learning necessitates access to excellent technology outside of school has never to close the tech gap in people's homes. These are patterns that should persist, and the metaverse should improve the methods we learn. During the pandemic, online shopping has risen dramatically, and study suggests that both younger and older generations are increasingly purchasing online and preferring the experience. Because it'll be possible to try on virtual garments and operate virtual appliances, the metaverse can help remove online shopping of its drawbacks, such as excessive returns of ill-fitting clothing or misrepresented products. In the metaverse, shoppers will be able to hold things and evaluate them from all aspects before making a purchase. The metaverse and all of its potential will undoubtedly intersect with everything we do in life, since that's its primary purpose: to coexist with our actual reality, to coexist with our flesh and blood selves in our brick-and-mortar worlds. This opens up great possibilities for breaking through the barriers of time zones and geographic regions in the workplace. On a very practical level, the metaverse has the potential to change how we work, where we work, with whom we work, and in what capacity. Immersive workspaces will enable us to construct mutual areas where we can gather from wherever we are. It'll revolutionize the game by increasing the pool of potential candidates for positions or projects, while also eliminating the interpersonal and practical gaps caused by working remotely. Until now, technology has primarily functioned to maintain workplace communication and interaction despite physical distance, rather than genuinely reproducing the sensation of being present with team members in person. At the moment, virtual work comes at the expense of easy reading of body language and spontaneous sharing of ideas as you pass a colleague in the corridor. All of this presents difficulties for managers who feel separated from where the work is taking place, which can lead to disengagement. We can join our teammates in virtual workspaces as 3D avatars in the metaverse, which seems much more like the actual world. Many of us approach challenges visually. Being able to connect with ideas and issue solve visually using 3D models is a smarter approach to work in sectors such as healthcare, architecture, and construction, to mention a few. Anything may be 3D modeled in the metaverse, allowing for more precise assessment, design, and decision-making with less time limitations and financial expenses. The metaverse has no concept of space. Virtual workspaces can be readily expanded. There's also less of a requirement for hardware. Working in the metaverse will just require digital whiteboards and digital workstations, and 3D avatars will be free and able to meet face-to-face without the need for conferencing equipment. Technology has grown quicker than most people realize, and it'll play a significant role in the metaverse. The metaverse is positioned as the future universe in which to wager. According to one report, the metaverse's economic possibilities are predicted to reach $800 billion by 2025 and $2.5 trillion by 2030. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then please do leave a like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more such exciting videos. See you in the next one.